This is Angie's story.
I was diagnosed when I had been sick for several days, and I got up one morning and couldn't stand up straight. I went to the ER, and they took me by ambulance after doing a CAT scan to Mercy Rogers. And I had acute appendicitis, but the CAT scan also showed cancer in my breast and my liver. When I went into the hospital, there was a doctor came into my room and told me that the CAT scan showed that I had the breast and liver spots, and they did a breast biopsy while I was in the hospital, and it came back that it was malignant. And my surgeon, Dr. Perna, when he gave me the breast cancer malignancy report, scheduled a liver biopsy, and I went back to get those results, and he told me that the liver was indeed breast cancer spread to the liver, so that it was stage 4. Well, I had a lot of things going on with family. My grandmother had passed a few months prior, and just some other family things, and with work and everything else going on, I had failed to get my mammogram. In 2008 or 2009, I had a lump, and I had a bill that I was trying to get paid off. I needed to go back to the breast center for an MRI, and the Merlin Foundation, I got in contact with them, and he got me in contact with Madison County Health Coalition, and together they made it possible for me to go get my MRI. So that was the first time that Susan Komen helped me to get the health care that I needed. The assistance I've received from Komen Ozark has had a very positive effect on my family. It's taken a lot of the financial stress off. Like I stated earlier, we had a week, we made 4 trips to Rogers, and just the gas alone it can become a burden. Getting my rent paid, I believe my rent was paid a total of 3 months, I believe, and I've had a couple of utility bills paid. Another thing that has helped us a lot is just the emotional support that we've had from Komen Ozark.
Breast cancer does not just impact the survivor, it also impacts their family. Angie is like a second mother to her niece and nephew, and they love her deeply.
I'm very close to the kids. They're now 8 and 9. I've always spent a lot of time with them. When they were younger, their parents both worked nights, so I had them 4 or 5 nights a week. I took them to school, helped them with their homework. We went on a lot of little field trips together and little mini trips. So it was distressing to them because I've always been a very important part in their life. But they've actually handled it amazingly well. I mean, the first time they came to my house, they both cried and asked me if I was going to die. And I told them I was doing everything not to. And I also explained to them that nobody can promise them, that they're not going to die. They know this, they've had death before. But they've been amazing. When I lost my hair, my head would itch, and Reagan would rub lotion on my head. And when I was sick, they would bring me wet washcloths and just be there for me. I mean, they never faltered. They just were little troopers.
I was 8 when my Annie was diagnosed with breast cancer. Me and my brother have helped Annie with her cancer. When someone asked why Annie was bald, I said she had breast cancer and that caused her to lose her hair.
My Annie is very important to me. When I found out my auntie had cancer, I was very sad. I helped her around the house. I helped her when she was sick, and I just took care of her.
I think it's very important to donate to Komen Ozark. The money that they take in is all donated and collected here in Northwest Arkansas. I believe 25% of what they take in goes to research, which is important, but the other 75% goes toward helping women such as myself that maybe are struggling to pay a bill. They've lost their job, or maybe some don't even have insurance. I was fortunate to have insurance, but I know some do not, and they help with that. The gas cards, I believe it's very important to donate to Komen of the Ozarks, because there's lots of women. I mean, there's 5 just in my circle of friends that are in various stages of breast cancer, and I know they've been helped a lot with the donations.
Turn awareness into action. Be a hero for someone like Angie. Donate today.